What's up, guys? I'm a fish, and I am back. Maybe. You see, over 2 months ago, I uploaded my last YouTube video. Shortly after that, I recorded my last live stream, and then radio silence. There wasn't an announcement post or an announcement video. No, I just left. But I feel I have a valid reason for that. See, school started up again, or it was going to start up again soon, and I got a trigger warning here, so skip ahead like 10 seconds. I got a job. Yep, I know. Yep. Anyway. So yeah, okay, warning over. But now that school started up again and I've kind of adjusted, I think I can do it. I think I can find the time to record and edit one video a week, at least. That's not me promising more than one video a week. You're not getting you're getting at the maximum one video a week. But anyways, the reason I said maybe, I might not even upload this. I'm not sure. It's been over 2 months. I don't know if anyone really cares anymore. And again, I might just quit out of nowhere again. But anyway, we'll give it our best shot. Now, for the recap, in the last video, there was huge war. People kept joining. Ireland split in half. The United Kingdom formed. Gascony lost land. North Africa lost land. Portugal and Egypt gained land. And that's pretty much all that happened. But there's still a lot left here. I mean, we got, first of all, a bunch of unclaimed land. We got this whole war I set up over here that hasn't happened yet. There's just a lot of things I still want to do with this map. A bunch of which I have written down. These videos still are not scripted. I'm not taking the time to script out an entire video. But maybe things will go a little bit more smoothly now that I have events planned out. Also, one more quick thing. I decided to recolor a few nations because why not? For example, Japan was before it was like a green color. I feel like this color fits Japan a lot more. Malaysia, its color was pretty similar to South India here, so I decided to change that. I feel like this looks a lot better. Louisiana, there was a lot of green in this region, and especially since it borders this country, I decided to change it to a more American color. Now, anyways, let's go ahead and get started with the first event of today's episode. And the first event is going to be all of North America being claimed. And looking at this, I realize these borders are kind of ugly. But I already drew them, so whatever. The largest nations in North America are, we got Cascadia over here, Wisconsin, and we got, let's see, do I want to call this Ontario? I mean, most of our land is either in Quebec or New England, so New England, I guess. So yeah, those are the big three. So, the people of North America have discovered not only their entire continent, all of South America has been explored, including the Falkland Islands, why not? And a good portion of Greenland has been discovered. So now, the waters separating the New World from the Old World, getting thinner. Thinner with every single, yeah. not only in North America are we going to see expansion, we're going to see the expansion of all the nations in South America, including Florida, as well as the creation of two new nations, those being this Chilean, Bolivian, Peruvian mix here, and Patagonia. There wasn't really, I mean, after this one, we kind of had all the colors in South America: orange, green, red, yellow, blue, brown, pink, purple, even tan, kinda ish. So, anyway, we got teal. Real quick, Malaysia is just gonna claim this island over here. Anyway, yeah, that's all from Malaysia right now. Anyways, let's go to Japan. Japan is going to begin to expand a little bit more. They're going to encounter some mountains, but that's fine. They're going to go pretty much all the way up, most of the way up Honshu. I don't like how straight that border is. Hold on. There we go. I don't like how straight that line is. There we go. Okay, yeah, they're most of the way up Honshu. Um, while they're doing this, Korea is going to do some expanding of their own. Um, just up the coastline here. What is that? So we're going to see the expansion of a few countries, such as Japan, Korea, these two northern Chinese countries, Transoxiana, and as well as the creation of a new Russian state up here. That's going to be all for those stuffs. Yeah. All right, religion update. So this religion, of which I have since changed the color, it's been spreading massively through the Croatian drug trade. Uh, been it's been challenging this green religion and this orange religion and the yellow religion. It's been spreading everywhere, even into North Africa. Obviously, if I turn on the trade routes, we can see why that is, why it's spreading to the places it's spreading. Anyway, um, now as I mentioned, this is all because of the drug trade going on in Croatia. Croatia is pretty rich because of this, and a rich Croatia is a strong Croatia, of which is going to invade Serbia because they've had these ugly borders for far too long. And they're going to invade. Now, normally Serbia would probably be able to beat Croatia here, but I mean, again, because Croatia is pretty rich after all the drugs. So yeah, they take over Serbia quite easily with their superior equipment that they bought from someone. No one specific, though. That doesn't have to do with anything. Now, anyway, onto the peace treaty. Croatia is going to fully annex Serbia, and now we have one less country, which it was balanced out by the creation of three more, but whatever. Let's go to the Sahel states. These 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 states were created a little bit ago. They haven't done anything since. I decided to give them a few cities, even though they're Hordic nations, like I don't know, like the Mongol Empire per se. Not really entirely sure how that would function, but anyway. So the strongest one is easily this center one right here, as you can see by the fact that it has 3 cities. This one also has 3, but ignore that. This one is by far the weakest, on the other hand, considering it has not one drop of water in its entire country. With this knowledge, this central one is going to, they're going to invade this big blue one right next to them, because why would they invade such a useless country with like nothing in it? So anyway, yeah, they're going to, while riding their camels, are going to storm towards the capital city, and pretty quickly it'll fall, pretty quickly it'll fall, in which it will, okay. Take 3, pretty quickly it'll fall, and where it'll be. fully annexed by the um, other blue one. They're both blue, but not anymore because that one doesn't exist. Immediately after this invasion, the forces, the camels, the camel riders, are going to continue to move the armies. Oh, gotta switch to color again. Into this country, and again, it will easily fall. And that is all that's going to happen in the Sahelian states. Is what I would say if that was all that was going to happen in the Sahelian states. This green one that also has three major cities is going to invade into this orange one, and it is going to go incredibly successfully, and they're going to be fully annexed. And that is all that's going to happen in the Sahelian states. Yeah, there's nothing else happening here. I've been recording for about 30 minutes now, and I want to make this episode kind of short, just to see how it goes. Uh, so I think we're going to move on to the final event of this episode. Down in Cambodia here, pink Cambodia, you see, as we got soldiers stationed near the border, just like with everywhere else over here. I don't know if I ever mentioned that, but it's happening. Um, these two countries hate each other like a lot, so it's going to be like lots of insults thrown over the border here. Um, and one of West Cambodia's knights here had an insult so good, so well thought out, so damaging that one of the East Cambodian soldiers just ran across the border and started running towards this knight. Um, Now, obviously, the West Cambodian soldiers are going to kill the East Cambodian guy running at them, and that is going to spark conflict here. West Cambodia is going to claim they were defending themselves, while East Cambodia is going to claim that their knight was not attacking them and that this was an attack by West Cambodia. Uh, so this is going to is very quickly going to turn into an invasion from East Cambodia. Now, you notice those two. You notice those two big shapes on the screen. This rhombus and this triangle. Remember how they were both Cambodias were kind of part of big alliances, rival alliances. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now both of these alliances are in fact at war with one another. Now, okay, Bangladesh here, the only kind of strong country in this alliance, maybe besides Malaysia, they probably got something. Uh, they kind of knew that something was happening soon, so they had a lot of soldiers prepared. So as soon as this happens, and when war officially breaks out, Bangladesh is going to begin to send armies down the eastern shore of uh, northern India here, uh, as well as over here. I'm going to do that just so that little panhandle thing kind of ugly. Now obviously 4 is better than 9 in this case. So Bangladesh is going to get kind of pushed back immediately, especially since they have the help of number 3. So yeah, that whole invasion kind of useless. Um, okay, there's going to be a bit of fighting immediately over here. With a few deaths. Like when I say a few deaths, I mean like a few civilian deaths. Nothing too drastic going on. because obviously North India here, they see this as war with the Triangle Alliance, not with the people living there. South India, specifically in Malaysia, South India hates Malaysia. When as soon as war breaks out, South India is going to immediately send large numbers of forces down the peninsula into the capital of Malaysia. They're going to send forces pretty much everywhere. These forces aren't just there to occupy. Their orders were to kill everyone. And there's no UN yet. There's no one that can tell them not to do that. So yeah, they're gonna topple Malaysia pretty quickly, considering they have the much superior army. They have a good navy too. That's kind of their whole thing, really. Uh, they're an overseas empire. So yeah, they're gonna topple Malaysia and immediately start killing everybody here. North India looks at this, as well as the other alliance members. They look at this. They they want to tell South India to not do that, but it's the strongest in the alliance, so you know what? They're not gonna ask questions right now. They're gonna win the war first. So back to the war. Yeah, soldiers. That country's gonna topple pretty quickly. This country's gonna topple pretty quickly. Yeah, it's not looking good for the Triangle Alliance. Bangladesh is going to attempt another invasion on the coastline here. And this one's going to go quite a bit better. They are going to reach this major port city and to take the entire eastern shore of North India, as well as a bunch of land over here. It's going quite well. But again, with simply North and South India here just have the better army, better economy, better army, better navy, better everything. There's not really anything they can do here. So they call for help. Maybe North Africa? They hate Egypt. They can distract. They decline. Sudan? They're kind of weak, but they can do something. Anything. Decline. Transoxiana? It's a bunch of alliance members over here I completely forgot about. Decline. And it seems all hope is lost. Until forces move across the Persian border into Oman. Oman's forces were over here helping North India. An invasion from Persia was not expected by anyone. Nobody had prepared for this. Persia had been on the downfall for a while now, but they're fighting well. And within weeks, Oman topples. And that, my dear viewers, is going to be the end of this episode. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye.